What I'm going to try to do, which is far more important, is I'm going to try to connect this vessel, and what's the name of this vessel?
Pulmonary trunk.
Pulmonary trunk, to this right ventricle. Now, what you've got to understand is the structures don't look like those models or those diagrams. And that's what makes this test so hard. Now, what I'm actually doing is cutting into that pulmonary trunk, and some of you, without me pointing to it, can you see something that looked like if you had a blister, but the fluid was drained off? Do you see what looks like a little bit of flap of skin, almost like the leaf of a blister? Do any of you see it? Yes or no?
Me. No, I definitely didn't see it.
Okay.
Is it on this side? It's supposed to be the semilunar.
Yeah, those are the semilunars. There are actually 3 of them.
Pulmonary,
And remember, my vision is far worse than yours. And yet, I can see it. And somebody's saying, how can you see it? Primarily by experience. I.e., after, for you husbands, or to-be husbands, after a couple of years, you should be able to remember what your wife looks like. So you can't say, well, I thought that was you.
What's the third one? Anybody? No?
Third for what?
Semilunar. He said there's 3. I only know 2.
There are 3 flaps. Now that I move it, can you see that little flap that I'm moving?
It's waving at you.
There are going to be 3 of them.
Yeah. Which ones are they?
What do you mean, which ones are they?
I know the pulmonary and the aortic. I don't know the third one.
Those are the semilunar valves.
I only count 2. I don't.
I think it means the valve has like
Okay. Got you. I'm on top of it.
Yeah, and actually she is correct. Each of those valves of each semilunar, believe it or not, have anatomical names. That's why when I tell you, I'm just hitting the basics. Now it does have a anatomical, but where it's attached has a name, and that edge has a name. For most of you, you're hard enough just trying to remember pulmonary, semilunar, and I understand that. Now, as I spread this apart, do you see little thin string-like tendinous material? Those are the chordae tendineae. And that is attached to a wider area that's membranous, which is the...
Papillary muscle.
No.
Starts with a C, right?
That's the right atrioventricular
Oh, the tricuspid
valve. Now, the papillary muscle here is very small. Okay? But you can actually see the 3 papillary muscles. The most obvious papillary muscle is this one right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up.
Those are pretty neat.